set it up so it.
Okay.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our live mini painting class again. I am Josh, the student, and this is Hill, the teacher.
Hi. Hi everyone. How you been doing?
Well, we are back again this week, and this week we're hoping to do a bit farther on this Nolzurs Frost Giant miniature. Today I'm going to be finishing up a few of these layers, which shouldn't take too long for me to finish up. I was hoping to finish these, of course, I think, well, before the class started, but I didn't get the time. So I'm going to be finishing those up, and we're going to be doing some special thing. We had a couple questions that came in from Twitter asking about how to use a new paint that I just got. Can you grab that paint for me?
Yes, of course. This Citadel technical paint. In this case, we just brought the Nilak Oxide. It's kind of like the rust for those warm metals, as we call it, like copper or gold or bronze. They normally produce that kind of rust, but also it can be used for some effects. Normally these paintings are used for getting the job done when it is about weathering, we call it. It's when you expose the materials to the elements of the ambient or the environment. Normally it produces the rust, the chipping, that kind of aging effect on the materials. Those kind of technical paintings are used for. But of course, you can use them otherwise on effects. Normally, Nilak Oxide is used for spells, magic, ghosts. And in this case, Josh is gonna try to use it on a special effect on the runic axis for this Nolzurs Giant. And I am also preparing some of on this stuff that I have here. I brought some pieces only for showing the effects on the Nilak Oxide, on some bronze and perhaps some copper. And another techniques, if you don't get those technical paintings, of course there are a good shortcut, I will call it. Normally I don't trust too much on shortcuts, but trust me, this one works. This is a pretty good
shortcut. Let me go ahead and get your camera up so they can see what you're doing.
Okay.
Because right now,
fix it? Yeah, right now.
They can't see what you're doing.
So. I'm just preparing it, so do not worry. I'm not really doing anything
second, let me
important,
jump
but
over.
We can, yeah, please. But yeah, that's kind of a shortcut. I don't really trust on shortcuts. In this case, I normally tell you and just can give some.
Right, you need some light because that thing is really dark.
Yes, thank you. I'm just preparing this piece, don't worry. I'm just gonna show you about some oxide and rust stuff. But yeah, these technical paintings, these ones are from the Citadel label from Games Workshop, and we're gonna work with those so I can show you. This is a miniature from the Massive Darkness label. I think, yeah, that's nice. Is there a way we can get it a little brighter? Well, with the camera and not with the light.
You can only do that if your hand's not.
That's gonna be hard. Yeah. Okay. That's so they can see only. I'm just basically basing coat, giving the base coats to this miniature because I choose this. This one is called Large Tusk.
Large Tusk.
Large Tusk.
He has a really big knife, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's kind of like a chopper, really low, like those blades. And I'm gonna make them look real rusty. So we're gonna start with those, and also we're gonna work for this bell. This is a plague bell for one of the Nurgles, the Rotting God Warhammer, and I'm just using for bronze. We're gonna work with bronze, iron or steel in this case, and I'm also showing you how to. I'm gonna try to do the same effects in this panel. So I'm gonna work with those. And please tell us, what are you painting? What are you doing right now? Is there any plan for any of your miniatures? Soon enough, you can share it and ask for them, and tell us about your role-playing stuff. So please go ahead. In particular, I'm eager to hear about that because sometimes that gives you some inspiration. Of course, we don't want to know your secret plans because they are secret plans for your role-playing chronicles. But what about your characters? What about what you achieved? Did you got a level up? Perhaps you now, or you got a good bounty your last dungeon, and you want to, I don't know, make it gold instead of silver, make it a ruby or a sapphire instead of just wood. Just let us know. You want to achieve with a monster this only grease, pus and blood. And that we can do that. I don't like those, but we can surely do that. Was showing Josh this model I finished from Warhammer 4K.
That is a pretty brilliant model. Look at the colors. I just actually got a new red because I didn't have any good reds. Like, the only red I had was the red that was called Warlock Red.
Oh yeah,
which
pretty dark.
It looks really bloody. It just looks like blood. So I bought a new red yesterday called Rage Red.
Yeah, that's pretty good from running. Yeah.
It's a Rage Red, so it looks more like, well, a cloth that you would have. So this was my old red, and this is the old red right here. It's called a Warlock Red. It looks like blood.
Pretty dark.
Hey, Slime Wizard, welcome. Yeah.
Hi.
Well, last week we painted this guy here, and we painted. Let's see here. I'm going to bring both of them over here.
Yeah.
I'm a slow painter, so I didn't get quite as far as my teacher here, but he painted this guy here. Let me go ahead and get this up a little bit so you can see. Sorry if I'm causing you to have massive headaches over there.
It's this you gave me.
All right, there we go. All right. So here we go. These are the two miniatures we worked on last time. We're trying to finish these bad boys up so we can get this focused. There we go. Okay. So last week, this is Hill's miniature. He did a great job on getting the skin tone and getting some muscles, so he really made them pop. He's also been working a lot on getting these runes to come out. So he's painting them dark, and he said he plans to paint light over the top of that to really make them pop out. And let's see, he worked on the skull helmet, and he created like this dark green because he feels like it's like a dragon skin here. So he painted dark green. And this is the miniature so far that he's painted. This is how far I've gotten. I'm still the blue skin. I'm still working on some of the base colors of my miniature. My goal today is to finish these bases and start working on some of the details. And what we're going to show today is, particularly because we had a request from Angeli over on Twitter, and she said after she found out I got this bad boy, a technical, what is it called? Nihilak Oxide by Citadel. My girlfriend picked this out because she really liked what the color looked like. I've never used any kind of technical paint before. So, Hill today is going to show us how to use this well, and we're going to be using it on my miniature, and I guess if he wants to use it on his, he can as well.
Yes,
But we're going to be using it on my miniature. I think I'm going to be using it on a couple pieces here. Let me go ahead and get my brushes. Where? Oh,
yeah, they're in the back. Yeah.
I'm going to be using it on the pieces here for the axe. When do we use this oxide paint? Why don't you go ahead and explain that, and then I'll point to the parts that I'm going to be using it on.
Well, I'm preparing just these pieces especially for those. I'm gonna show you about how can we use it for magical effects, because after all it's a paint. It is made for an easy way to apply oxide or rust for some metals. Normally you can see the rust for iron or steel, and it's normally an orange one. I'm gonna show you with this piece, and I'll just let it dry, and I'm gonna show you both sides of those. And Nihilak Oxide is some in this case technical paints are different one from each other. We have for example, for Citadel, which is the label that we are looking at here. They have pretty much a pretty good quality on their technical paintings. In this case, they have for rust, or orange rust, as we said. They have some. Indeed, I have some here if you want to try them afterwards.
Which one do you have? Rust colors?
Yeah, I have the indeed rotting flesh.
Rotting flesh.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fungus or like mucus in this case. So you can use it on your miniatures when they're all putrid or rancid and rotten. You can use that. They have blood nice. For the blood gut, which is blood.
I thought about getting that one because I like to use. I like to make a lot of bloody effects sometimes.
Yeah, that will help. They also have the ones that we used for the bases on the ones before, the texture ones. Those are technicals also. They're from Citadel. Ronin has the mud, for example, and the Ronin label. We also have the oxides, and what we have the drippings when there's a little water on some surface, and it goes just like in streaks.
Ooh, typhus corrosion.
Yeah,
yeah,
sounds tasty, I know. Yeah.
Do you want to see this here, or do you want to see it here?
Nah, it's okay. Wherever you're comfortable with, because you can read them better than me. So yeah, nice. Oh, and also you have to translate my part, so yeah, so they can understand me.
It seems like this right now. It seems our closed caption is translating you quite well.
That's because it's made in Mexico, perhaps. Surely.
I don't think it is actually, but
okay.
you should give yourself more credit.
Thanks a lot. Now, please help us out with that. If you have any doubts about what he said, please go ahead.
So
it's about you to learn.
Let's go ahead, and I'm trying to think. What should I color? What should I be coloring these? I'm gonna bring this in closer. Go. What should I be coloring this? Well, first the boots. I'm thinking about brown. Yes.
Yes.
Kind of dark brown, but I want to be a different brown than the other leather. Probably, yeah. And then what should I color the axe handles? And oh my gosh, is that a big seam line that we forgot? Oh no. We cut it, but we never reprimed it. Okay.
We'll do it.
And I still haven't figured out what to do to weave. This leather here, this is a weave. I need to get this better focused here. 1 second.
Because it has a pattern, and
it has a pattern, so it's definitely a different. Like it's like a protector for his side, but this is something different. It's like almost metal or something, or some kind of runish.
Or some scales. Indeed, I think there are some scales, and also the knee pads. I think there are scales of the dragon or a bigger beast. Well, I made them green, but you can do it anyhow you want. Painting is for.
So I have to decide what to paint these things today. I'm thinking for this mouthpiece is going to be runish. I want it to be glowy and sparkly type of thing. I didn't do the lips, so the lips should be like, I'm guessing, what would be the blue lips probably, but a lighter color blue, right?
It depends. Normally they're kind of darker in color. Indeed, it will be, if they have to be natural, they will be purple, like purple. But yeah, kind of like our lips.
What about inside the mouth? I wonder.
Inside the mouth, it will be dark purple, or it can be violet, because it's mixing in the red on the innards.
So something like this Citadel color?
Yeah, that will help indeed.
Maybe this serious purple?
Yeah, and I will combine it with this bright purple. Bright violet, sorry.
Violet with this one, okay.
Yeah,
try that.
for the dark areas and the lights. Yeah.
Any other tips from the master today?
Well, you have to decide what colors are your axes. In this case, are they gonna be all iron? They're gonna be like mine, gold, or they can be golden in the ends, but it can have a little bone color, the patterns. So you have to decide that. How do you think
I
it's
was
gonna
thinking
look?
I could use this color to make them kind of glow, because this reminds me of ice.
But only for the patterns, right? Between the patterns.
So what would be a good color to go with this?
Or you want them to glow all the way, all the axes, kind of like they're magical or ethereal.
Well, I do have spell blue.
It can be done.
Or
indeed.
high elf blue, rather.
Yeah, you have the spell blue. This is the one, and we're gonna use it indeed, and we're gonna use these ones for the effects. We're gonna use it in this order. We're gonna use the spell blue. Afterwards, we're gonna use the Nylon Oxide, and we're gonna give some highlights with the high elf blue.
Okay.
That will be the order of that.
And so what do you guys think over here? You guys watching today? Do you think I should go for the runes and everything? Because I'm gonna do runes as well on this tip here. Unlike what Hill did, he made his leather. I think I would like to make mine runish. I'm trying to figure out, should I use gold or should I use something else? Maybe gold or silver.
Indeed, we can also use them as, if you want them to be darker and afterwards apply the lights, you can do also that. We can use the steel color, and that is a pretty dark metal. Up to anything, most possible.
Well, I'm thinking to make these
remember
kind of
that you have the blue.
I like the gold.
Remember that you have also the metallic blue.
I do have metallic blue. I think that's a good idea. Metallic blue would be good for the runes over the face right here.
Yeah, or for the axes, you can have all the blades.
So metallic blue and then this underneath?
No, it's metallic blue first for the basic. Just decide first. I don't know if you want to have all the axe blade like magical.
No, the blade is going to stay still, but here is going to be magical. It's going to be the runes that glow.
Okay, the innards of the patterns, between the patterns, right?
So this will be between the patterns, and I think the metallic blue can be just the patterns.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Yes, we're gonna then. But before that, we have to decide the rest of the handle.
Yeah, what would
be
the handle be? I know, the shaft.
Yeah.
Shaft. Well, bad mother, shut your mouth.
Okay, like that. And but don't sing that.
I love that show. That was a great show.
It was a great
Before
show.
my time, but that's
yeah, but that was a good show indeed. Okay, so and the shaft and also the guards here and the furniture. What do you want them to look like? Gold, purple?
Definitely not purple.
It will help.
I don't think purple.
Mine are purple right now because I'm using a.
Oh, you have gold here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The blade. Sorry. Yeah, that's only because I'm working on that.
Right. Well, I love the input from the audience. What do you guys think? A Slime Wizard or well, I'm not sure who else is watching, but if any of you guys are watching, what would you guys like to see? Would you guys like to see anything that any kind of color schemes?
And no, it cannot be green. Sorry.
Green?
It can be green.
I don't think I want green.
We can make it, but I don't think you're gonna like it right now.
No, green is not the color I'm thinking.
For the beginning, it's too risky. So I won't recommend.
Why would
that.
you want to do green anyways?
Because it looks nice. could be a magical green. I just don't recommend
On
it
a
because
blade?
it's of course. I'm gonna next episode or next session, I'm gonna bring some undead. We can use some magical green on them. You're gonna like that.
I do have undead minotaurs we still need to paint.
Yeah, you have a lot of miniatures who still need to paint. But yeah, we can work on that. Yeah, you're gonna like it. Trust me,
Alright.
you're gonna like it.
Well, let's see. I guess I better get started.
So, which color are you gonna use for the shaft?
Let's see. Guys, what color should I use for the shaft? Should I use black? Should I use something else? I'm trying to think. Should I just use maybe the same silver, kind of iron? What would a shaft look like? What's the shaft? I'm gonna use that picture. I have a picture here. Let's see if that picture can give me some. Yeah, let's try this picture. Let's see what this picture looks like. I'm gonna paint it black. There he goes. Okay, I got it. It's done. I'm gonna paint this shaft black.
I'm gonna take out the
That
steel
helps
color.
me answer my question. I love having inspirational pictures. That really helps me. So, let's go ahead and paint this bad boy black. And it doesn't look like we need, I'm wondering if I should use this one. Or if I should use, definitely not that one. Or a longer, no. No. See what brush should I use?
Remember, they look like that when you don't use them, so start to use them.
I do use them.
Use them a little more.
Okay, teacher.
As I said before, I really don't think on shortcuts. There are just a few, but indeed, you cannot use those kind of shortcuts until you learn really how to apply other techniques. So the only way is to practice.
Some black prepped. Let's put these out of the way. Alright guys, I'm ready to do this.
Give you the steel one.
And where's my... You know what? I don't think I want to use water this time. I think I can just set the water down because I just want one layer on this.
Yeah, but you use water, even so.
Why is that?
Because it
just want
applies
one
the
layer.
better. It doesn't matter. You have always to water down your paintings. If there's any residue on the paint that is not completely diluted, you have to apply it directly. It prevents from the consistency of the paint be well diluted. Yeah, it's always better.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit harder, but remember, trust me. And I did also the same mistakes in the beginning. Trust me, don't want that. Afterwards, you're gonna use the second layer with this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's.
But see, it doesn't even make a clear, even coat.
No.
Lighter here, darker here.
Worry, apply it, let it dry, and afterwards you're gonna use this. So just we'll use one layer of that, and gonna use a layer.
Alright, we'll try. I'm gonna start painting the shaft here today. And guys, what's going on your side of the world? Slime Wizard, what are you painting these days? Good to see you back here, by the way. I like seeing familiar faces. And every once in a while. See here. It's a shaft as black as night.
A little bit of this one first.
As black as night. Somebody said we should have some music, and I agree. We should get some music in here, yeah? I know somebody mentioned
Please.
Can't paint at the moment, not enough paints. Oh no! Have you tried mixing different paints to make new colors? I'm gonna see if I can get some music up here. I need to get a player, I think. And then maybe I can do it. I can use my programs. I have.
Even though that you don't have too many paints, What are you trying to paint?
Hey, what are you trying to paint, Slime? So weird calling him Slime. It sounds like I'm talking to like an orc or something like that. And, what are you painting, Slime?
Kind of a little despective, but just because of the name. Not because we don't like them.
Let's see, what kind of music should we do? Maybe Malika. Something like that.
Can we use some special? Oh yeah.
Malika?
Yeah. I mean about what you said before about the copyright. Wow.
Well, yeah, we can. It just whenever I get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean.
I need base colors, but cannot afford for a while. That is crappy. Oh man, most of my colors are not mixable. They are Citadel colors and are mostly just browns and greens. I guess you could make a forest for a swamp thing.
Or wood elves or something like, or Norgul, as we said, the rotten god, something like that. But that is not the problem. The problem is, what do you want to paint?
Angeli's here. Welcome, Angeli. I'm setting up some music today. Hopefully it'll work. I'm not sure if it's going to be working for us, though, because I don't want to.
Yeah, Angeli.
Okay, guys, I want you to tell me how this sounds and if it sounds good or not.
Josh, that's your voice.
Because I want to make sure it's not overwhelming you guys when I'm playing it. Really, though, there's no sound. I gotta figure that out. Yeah, this goes to our review artist page. Here we go.
I really like Maluka.
Me too.
He's a pretty good singer from Monterrey, Mexico. I didn't know because when I first found Maluka, I heard her to singing on a strange language. So she's so good.
She is. I really like Malika. So if you guys are interested, Malika has her own Patreon and her own Twitch where she does live requests on Twitch. She's an incredible singer. She sang for some video games after she started doing cover for like Skyrim games.
Skyrim games, yeah. On The Witcher.
And The Witcher. Some companies are like reaching out to her now to do the official music for their their theme music when you're exploring. Also like I think for taverns and stuff because she sounds like an incredible tavern singer. Just a haunting and lovely voice. She's from where is
Monterrey.
She from? Monterrey,
Mexico. Yeah. She's.
So yeah, check out
awesome.
Check out Malika. Here we go. Twitch TV Malika. She's incredible.
Yeah.
Check her out. Check out this artist.
I hardly recommend the cover from Piece of Eternity for Sinking Ships if you want the gothic style music or ethereal music. Pretty good. And if you are into video games, you have to hear their cover on the.
Who are you talking about?
From Maluka. If you haven't heard her, I recommend the Wolfenstorm from The Witcher. She does a great job.
Have you played The Witcher yet?
No, because I don't have a console. I cannot have a PS3 or an Xbox because I'm addicted to that.
I don't have a PS3. I have a computer.
No, I cannot. Whenever I touch a game,
you're avoiding because you get stuck on it, right?
Yeah.
And everything else goes away?
Yeah, I cannot because I don't go to my job and do anything because I have to play and I have to pass that final boss or at least reach him in the next 24 hours.
You know, I had a similar problem. Whenever I never got into Witcher so far. I started it, Witcher 3, but I keep going away from it and then coming back and not remembering how to do any of the magic stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
But like with Skyrim, I've gone back and come back again and again, but I do get stuck. Like I remember the first time I played Skyrim, I was traveling. I got it on my computer when I was in Georgia, the country Georgia, next to Turkey and Russia.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to be traveling and doing some amazing stuff. The music is a bit jumpy.
Let's see that.
Let me see if I can turn it up a little bit and if that helps. Maybe this music is not working right. Let me check to make sure that mixed media. Okay, I think you're hearing it only from my microphone then. That might be the
problem.
Oh, there it is. Should be working now. I think that's the media source is working. I think. Double check. Properties. Oh, it's playing Soliloquy. Okay, never mind. I do have music playing, but it's not the one we're playing. So.
Oh, you're playing the other.
It's playing the other music. Yeah, it's playing the other music. Excuse me. It's playing my uncopyrighted music. So we're going to. Give me a moment. I'm going to play it here. I need to get a media source. Hopefully that will work. The media source. What do I have? This is called what's this do? We're listening to Spotify. Okay. Let me know if it's working. If it's not, I'm gonna just go back to the music I had set up. Yes, I think The Witcher is really awesome. I'm really excited about the new Netflix show coming out for The Witcher as well. Let's see.
Did a friend of mine gave me the novels. They're pretty good.
Okay. It looks like, oh, it's saying I have to, media file won't work. Okay. Cancel. Let me try something else. This one. We'll get this set up in just a second. Let's see. Game catcher, audio input, browser sort. Might be it. Let's try it. The short story novels are great. The longer novels tend to go on a bit too long. I read a few of the novels. Actually, that's the first thing I did before I even played the game because I heard it seemed like a really good
like a great story, yeah.
It had a great story, and I like this kind of the story that it has. Add a new source. And I don't want to be Streamlabs. What is it doing? I want... No, it's not letting me do that. Let's see. Unfortunately, I don't think we can do Malika.
Oh no.
Because I don't know how to set this up to do it right yet. I'd have to go and ask some technical questions on Twitter or something.
Well, you look for Malika and your trust on our words. You're gonna love it.
Let's go ahead and turn the media source back on then. And
yeah.
Hopefully it sounds good for you all. Let me know if the music sounds good. The music should be working now. Shouldn't be jumpy anymore. So anyways, what we're going to be doing, just so for you, Angela, the judge showed up. I'm painting the shafts right now. I'm going to be painting the inside details of this bad guy, that bad boy here. The inside details will be painted with the technical paint, Hilak Oxide. And after that, I'm going to be, or if I paint that first, yeah, and then I'm going to be painting all the details.
Yeah.
With a, I have to decide whether I'm going to be doing the gold or doing this light blue and the dark blue. I don't think I can do spell blue and light blue at the same time on the runes because it's going to be such a fine detail, yeah?
Yeah, do not worry. We're going to work on that because now you know how to use the drivers. Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be trying to do. We're going to try to make a magical axes for this guy. We're also going to be painting them on the runes here as well. I think I'm going to be using the oxide with gold on his nose, on the helmet. You create a D&D Witcher class for 5e with all the schools in it. That is really cool. That would be fun. I'm guessing you use the Blood Hunter, yeah? But I think that's the Blood Hunter is pretty much the Witcher. I know what's his name made it. Matt. Matt made it, and he was Matt from Matt Mercer from Critical Role made a class for that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I played it. That's my character I'm playing. I'm playing a Blood Hunter. On my game, I play every Return the Greyhawk. When I played Return the Greyhawk on Sundays, with my group, I've been playing a Blood Hunter by Matt Mercer, but then he's multi-classed into Barbarian, and said threw off to the because it's pretty much a Warlock class. So he's pretty much like, okay, screw you, Patreon, because my Patreon is the goddess of the Queen of Demons.
Okay, how this?
April herself.
Okay.
And so she was always trying to, like, seduce me, but kill my friends at the same time.
Yeah, because not everything can be.
And so I decided to ditch her, and she was not very happy about that. So I lost my magic, but then I decided to go into rage, and so now I'm always raging instead of being magical.
That's why I don't have a girlfriend. They always take away my toys. No, thank you.
Take away your swords,
Yeah, my toys.
your toys.
Yeah.
Well, that's no good.
No.
Oh, thank you so much, Angeli.
Hi, Angeli. What?
She just subscribed to us.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it. Yeah.
I need to make this guy smaller. I was using them for a little bit
I
of
hope
reference.
I hope they like the idea that we changed the schedule.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys. What do you guys think about this new schedule? I thought it would be better to do this schedule. We were going to do it a little bit later, but I said no way. We need to do it a little bit earlier so our British friends and our friends over across the pond can watch, and not have to stay up until wee hours of the morning. At least so they can stop in. So that's why we're doing it at this time right now. And yeah, we're hoping that hopefully it will bring in a few more viewers because they'll be coming home from work and they'll be able to watch. That's my hope, at least.
All right.
Thank you so
We're
much for the
coming to that.
subscription. That really means a lot to me, Angeli. It really
It's
helps
awesome
us
that
with
you
the stream.
support us every time. Yeah.
I'm
Really
having such a
appreciate
hard time not touching this thing. I think I'm using the wrong brush because I keep hitting the hands black.
it. I think you're doing it in the wrong angle. Turn it.
Well, even like right here and on the hands.
Ah, okay, yeah, inside the hand or the shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you're gonna use something like
I think
this.
I need to use a smaller
But-
brush.
Finish with the big parts. Afterwards, you change your brush. Otherwise, you're gonna go back and forward, which is not wrong,
Back and
But
forth,
it's-
back and forth,
but
back and forth.
it will be a little more complicated.
Touching the hands again. Or maybe he just has frostbite.
Stop flirting with your giant. Touching his hand.
We're friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we?
Okay.
Oh, why can't we be friends?
And yeah, we were telling about Geralt the Witcher. Did. Yeah, it's a pretty good story. It's a very good point of view. Because yeah, he's a blood hunter. A monster hunter, and that so badass. So
I like the story butcher. I put a link to my class if anyone wants it. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Where did you put it? I think I might have to put it for you. Maybe if you want to send it to me in Twitter, I can post it. Okay, Angeli, and I'll be happy to share that. Do that to me in a message on Twitter or whatever. The
works.
and I will post it. Hey, got the Twitter up just so if you want to jump over and send that link to me, I can send it to you because it will not let you send a link on Twitch. Yes, I can at least watch a bit before bed.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, that's
I put a
nice.
link to my class. Okay, I play a Lycan Blood Hunter Eladrine in Tomb of Annihilation. Well, that's gonna be a useful one for Tomb of Annihilation. That's brutal module. That's pretty much almost instant death, but you gotta play something tough and crazy to survive, I think.
Hope so.
Do you know anything about the Tomb of Annihilation? Tomb of Annihilation
hope.
module is this bad boy.
Oh, he's bringing out a book.
This is the Tomb of Annihilation. Pretty much, you're facing a lich that's trying to make everything die, and bring them. And so all the
Show
things
it
that are dead.
to the camera.
Oh yeah. So here's Lich, the Lich Undead, Tomb of Annihilation, and in this adventure, you well, I don't want to explain too much.
No.
But pretty much, people are not being able to be. They're no longer able to be resurrected. Resurrection is not working.
Not working.
Nope, it's
At
not
all?
working. And the things that are already dead are coming to life.
Okay, so you don't get to bring back to life the stuff that you want to, but you get all the enemies or the already that stuff that you don't want to bring back to life.
That's pretty much it. And so you have to figure out where to go. So you are going to this tiny little island out in the middle of the sea. However you get there, it's up to you, I suppose. But there's a tiny little island out in the middle of the sea where all this things will be centered on. And that is the premise of the whole thing. And this island tends to have dinosaurs, including undead ones.
Okay. I was thinking that it was so easy already. Yeah.
No,
Why
she
not?
said she's already had 3. We've had 3 TPKs so far. That means all the parties died already, 3 times. It's a brutal, brutal game. Because if you're in the jungle, what's it called? Schult. The jungles of Schult.
Okay.
It's an island that has, prehistoric dinosaurs still, where they have tamed some dinosaur, but not all of them, of course. And,
Of course.
and yeah, you are there trying to figure out. You're exploring, hex exploring. What that means is you have no idea what's in the jungle, and you might come into ruins, ancient ruins. You don't know what you're going to run into, in the jungles. And it is pretty bloody brutal. It's unforgiving. The adventure is made to be unforgiving for high level players. I haven't had a chance to play it. I just read the book a little bit. It seems brutal. I would like to play it with my players, but I don't want to kill them all yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give them a teaser, like the players I have in my live group. I might give them a tease. I'm having a hard time figuring out. Oh, maybe this way.
That's what I told you. Turn it upside down so you can reach other parts.
So yeah, pretty much you are. It's really hard to get this one. Go ahead and paint. I'm going to jump and let you guys. I'm going to jump over to him and let you guys watch him, because I'm not going to have a good view here as I paint this guy. So let's jump over to your camera.
Okay.
There we go.
Bring it on.
Super close. Maybe it's not. Here we go. Alright, we're going to watch hill painting a little bit. We take 2 short rests and 1 long rest every 10 days. Yeah, I really want to play it. I haven't played, I haven't played Curse of Strahd or in many of those adventures that I really want to play. I just haven't found. I try to avoid playing some games some modules because I want to play them before I run them as a DM. I want to be surprised and get the genuine surprise when something happens. I want that surprise, so I try to avoid reading the adventures. I have all these books. My girlfriend's like, "Oh, you have all these books, but you never even read them." I was like, "Yeah." Mostly because I want to have the experience.
That's pretty much how it works in this.
I want to have the experience of playing them and being a player before I become the DM, but sometimes I just don't get that option, I think, because I'm mostly the DM.
Normally, yeah. Normally you don't get to play the adventures at all. Normally as a DM, do it before. You have to let them try. You just finishing up. If you want to make the stories come to life, you have to do it yourself. Yeah. Almost gotta do it.
I'm always begging and asking people, "Hey, are you playing this game? I want to play. Please let me play in your game." It sometimes works.
Yeah, but not oftenly, and also the time and the schedules, everything like that. I remember a hard time also with Vampire the Masquerade. Now that we have a new Vampire the Masquerade edition, I cannot play it because I always wanted to do a badass vampire, a serious vampire, not a crappy thing
You mean you don't want sparkling? You don't want to sparkle in the moonlight?
No, not at all. Not this time.
Not this time.
No, not this time.
Were you a sparkly? Were you a sparkly vampire in the past? I bet you were.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I was. Which vampire don't want to do that? But I know I don't want that. I don't want it that easy now.
I would never want to freaking sparkle in the moonlight. Are you freaking kidding me? That was a travesty for all vampire lore to have sparkling freaking vampires.
I don't know. There's in the Vampire the Masquerade, and I don't know. I'm so sorry if I offend someone with this kind of jokes, but
He offended me already.
nah, you're not offended at all.
I feel offended.
Nah, I don't think so. But yeah, there's a kind of vampire clan in Vampire the Masquerade called the Kiacid. Pretty good. It's a pretty badass clan. Some people don't know how to use them, but because they're not really for playing. They're made for NPCs. But they're kind of a mixture of vampire with some fairy blood. And it's kind of weird, but
Is this official?
Exist. Yeah, this is official. You can find them as Kiasi. And they're pretty badass. But they may have some, not literally, but somehow they can have that kind of power, that sparkling or something like that, among their powers, but not the shiny, pretty little thing, but something like a glamour, like you look at them and they.
I bet you're a
charm
pretty.
you.
I bet when you play, you're a pretty little vampire.
Yeah, but I almost pretty much of the times I was the storyteller, so.
Oh, I want to hear your pretty little vampire voice.
The little vampire voice? No.
Your pretty vampire voice. Come on, I know you have it in you.
No.
How do you sound when you're playing a pretty vampire?
Pretty vampire? No, I don't have it.
Oh,
Normally,
sure.
I record the voices of some of my friends.
Oh,
I use them. Yeah. No, I don't have it.
You cheat.
Yeah, of course I cheat.
What fun is that? You should have to play all the voices, even the pretty little vampire voices.
I think I once did. I don't really remember now, but.
Oh, we want to hear it. I think people just requested
No,
it. I see it. There's 2 requests already for this.
No, it's not gonna happen. Sorry. Not today. 2 more tequilas, perhaps.
I have some mezcal.
Yeah, I know you have it.
Homemade.
Homemade. Okay. It's tempting.
There's only like 1 shot left though because I was drinking it while watching red light watching Polar. That is an intense movie. Have anybody seen Polar? I was expecting it to be much different. And oh yeah. At first we thought it was an animated show because it was they used such vibrant colors.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
At first I thought it was anime. I was like, okay, what is this thing? And the storyline just gets you. I predicted a few things, but like, it was good. It was really, really good. I liked it. Polar. If you guys have Netflix, I recommend watching Polar. It's a good one. But it is bloody. If you don't like blood, I might want to avoid that one.
Okay, that's a good advice.
It is very, very bloody. But that actor, oh.
Yeah?
That actor is just Mickelson. I really love his acting. He is an incredible actor. Why can't we be friends? I'm gonna use my insane detail paintbrush.
What part?
That part right there.
Okay. Go ahead.
Even trying to keep me from using my favorite.
He's so eager to use it.
Yes, and I'm going to use it now, finally.
Yeah, I cannot avoid it.
Because there's a tiny little space, I'll let you see here. There's this tiny little space I'm trying to paint right here between the axe and his hand. We're going to paint that now. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this in a good angle so you can see me painting it and cursing at myself as I screw up.
I have to say, and I don't want to, but you're a pretty bad example.
Bad example of what?
A bad model pattern, so...
Bad model partner?
No, pattern.
What are you talking?
Here in Mexico, it's a bad model to follow up, like a father or a.
I'm a great role model.
Yeah, that's right. You don't practice.
I practice all the time in my sleep.
Subliminal.
Yes, I have. A,
Subliminal announcements don't count like that.
are you sure? Hey, Illuvidin's here.
Hi.
Illuvidin, we just got a new time for this painting show, which is a little bit later. I had something exciting happening. So today, we were actually going to cancel the show because I got accepted to be an extra in a new Netflix show.
Oh yeah.
And so, I got a call, actually just about 40 minutes ago. But I thought it was canceled because it was supposed to be today, yeah. So I guess I'm still in, but it just wasn't the time, like, they're really unorganized about the time. I don't know about extras and, oh, bloody hell. I don't know about extras in other countries, but like, this one is really unorganized. They're like, okay, Monday it's going to be 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and be ready. And then they never gave the location.
Okay.
So I said, okay, well, I guess I'm going to do my painting show. And then
Here we are.
And then he contacted me to say, okay, you want to be an actor, right? You want to be in this extra? I'm like, yeah. So he says we are going to be doing it probably tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm like, I canceled all my morning work today so I could do this. I can't cancel the rest of the week. But
of course you're right.
If you don't mind me coming after my work, I will do it. So I'm hopefully going to be able to come after work and be in a Netflix show. I will let sure you all know where or who I'm
playing.
What show I'll be in, so you can come watch me for my 5 seconds of fame. Maybe I'll even get 15 seconds, who knows? Maybe they'll like me that much. I'll be sure to wink at the camera, so you know who it is. I'll be famous, the famous winker.
We really hope so.
It would be a dream to...
Yeah, of course, it's a nice thing to do.
I've always wanted to be an actor.
Who doesn't? Well,
I know, I love the stage. That's why I like doing Twitch. Alright, I think as good as it's going to get, I'll just have to repaint the hand. See here. Straps as well. Can we be friends? How are you guys liking the music? Is it calming for you? I hope you enjoy the music. There should be some background music playing right now.
You can enjoy.
If you're not, I'll sing for you, but it might be kind of hard for the ears. Tone deaf, I think. Okay. Oh, it looks like Angeli had to leave us. It's 10 p.m. for her.
Oh, okay, well.
Early bedtime for Angie. Alright,
and we're so sorry about that, really, because we enjoyed pretty much about Angeli.
We have Slime Board here with us today.
Of course.
And we also have Illuvidin.
Everyone part of the community.
Good to have you guys back. Glad you could join us after your job. So what's this about a new job you said? Finally got a job. Jobs are good. They put food on the table. How do you like this new job?
Sometimes, as we say, it's so bad that they pay you for doing it.
For what? This one?
Jobs.
Yeah. So bad it's so bad that you get paid to do it?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm getting quiet here. I'm working on some details. It's really hard to get these details. I'm not sure if you can see it, what I'm working on. Woo! These details are really fine and hard and like mine.
But you're gonna chill. No worry. Paint.
You're such a motivator, you know.
I didn't brought my bullwhip. Sorry.
You should make motivational posters. People will achieve everything with you. Listen to sound recordings of you. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Just
do
go ahead. Do it. God
You
damn
have the power.
it. Oh, you rolled that one. Sorry. You got. Well, things happen.
Yeah. Why can't we be? Okay, here we go. Finished with
Okay, that's right.
these.
I recommend to go ahead with this. How do you call this?
The leather
Yeah, but you have called it
pattern, the weave or something.
the whip.
Special weave.
That and the boots, because you have to paint all the underneath, and afterwards you have to keep the highlights. Yeah, I would recommend that. So,
Okay. I'll do that.
meanwhile, I'm gonna let this guy try.
I'm gonna jump back over to you. Actually, I'm gonna let people
Okay.
watch what you're doing.
Yeah, I try to make some tattoos. His arm,
Whoa, badass! Look at that.
a little pattern on his leather armor. There, right. I also work on the axes and in the bracelets. That is the second layer. I'm gonna make it brighter from there. Also, I had the eyes. It darkened.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump you over here so you can look at this camera here, and then you're looking at the camera actually.
Oh yeah, thank you. Pattern. The axis. Do on this arm. And I'm gonna work on this pattern here. Oh yeah, now I can see it real clear. And I'm gonna make it brighter. Afterwards, I'm gonna work on the sharpest edge. Can really look like it may cut. And here are the eyes. I'm gonna make them glow a little bit harder.
Okay.
And this is the piece that Josh is talking about in this. Also give a layer back at the horns. Make it look like a prehistoric Pikachu dead on the head.
What? Prehistoric Pikachu?
Kinda like the tail of a Pikachu.
It kind of is.
And yeah, pretty much it. I'm gonna continue with this little fella afterwards. Now I'm gonna apply a little rust. The first part of rust here, I'm gonna do a lot of techniques here. The first one that I'm using, I'm gonna use so you can notice it, a little bit of terracotta or brownish, but as I want you to see it real clearly, I'm gonna use a little orange running. This is a Magma Orange. Oh, you can see it. Oh, indeed, I'm gonna use also the Warlock Red from Josh he was talking about. Kinda like terracotta. Of course, I have the rust tone. Want to use it because we want to work with what Josh has here on his table. I'm gonna just prepare a little bit of paint, half and half, to this little fella here. it up so I can get a terracotta tone. And I'm gonna water it down a lot. I'm making kind of a glaze or a little wash. It has to be kind of like ink. And I'm gonna use this part. I'm gonna use the recesses. Screws here. I'm gonna use sharp edge. I have to control where it goes. I don't mind to cover all the. I can cover all the blade. I don't want. I have to control. I want it to go into the recesses on the edge, on the handle. It doesn't have to be only in this kind of blade because of the background of this miniature. It doesn't have to be all rust, and use a little imagination on that. A guy who spends his time botching, maiming some people along a maze. So it has to be there has to be a lot of blood. That's rust weapons. I'm also gonna do that same effect. This panel. I have this little panel for transport for Warhammer 40k. I'm gonna use it just the same way. I'm gonna go for the recesses and the edges. This difference. Now I'm also gonna do it like this. These ventilations. When it goes dry, it's gonna stay on the recesses, on the crevices, and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use the technique of dry brush afterwards. For this little bell, this is the one that I'm gonna use the nail like oxide. Great, thank you. When you open it, you notice that this is kind of like so liquid, kind of like ink. So she's gonna be testifying it, kind of like a wash. It's brighter,
So it's a shade?
more solid. Yeah, it's like a shade, but it's more
Nice.
solid. You can see here in this camera that I have. This is not a plain bell. It has a little fly there. A plague fly. It's kind of like the sign of Nergal, the god of rotting, or the god of decay. And I'm gonna try to cover it. And
Let me
it's
get the
almost
details on this.
translucent. I didn't worry it
You
down.
need to go up a little bit so I can bring the camera down.
Okay, no, that's because of the focus.
Get
Okay,
the focus. Go ahead.
thanks a lot. Okay, I'm gonna cover it. And because this works kind of like a wash, you can see it goes underneath in the crevices. I'm almost covering it. Because of the camera, you cannot see it right away, but it's almost translucent.
You see it now.
I'm just gonna let it dry. There you can see the pattern. Gonna let it dry. This is how you apply it. I can draw, and I'm gonna do it with the panel also. You can see it. Always give a good shake before you use it. And I know some channels use it the other way, but you always close your paint.
Well, especially Citadel. I've had heard so much. Citadel has an issue with has a big issue with drying up too fast.
Yeah, it's controversy. A controversy because their pots are so comfortable to take out the paint. You almost don't waste any paint because you take it with the point of with the tip of your brush. But the problem is that if you let them open, it's a big mouth on the flask or on the pot, so it gets dry too fast. And the other thing is that if you drop it and it is open with this kind of bottles, you don't have that trouble because of the mouth, of the dripping mouth. It only comes out a little bit. But with these ones, if it falls, you can lose almost half of the paint. So that's what a little bit harder out Citadel pot. That's the only thing. As you can see, I'm only taking the tip of the brush, and in this case I'm not covering all the surface. I'm just going around where I can think. You have to observe pretty much the pictures, the information on everything you have. If you have a
Pictures.
a pipe, a copper pipe or a bronze pipe, or have you seen some statues of bronze statues? You can see that they have this kind of, here we call it patina, but in English it would be some kind of oxide. But this oxide normally appears only in copper, bronze, and sometimes in gold. Those metals normally get this kind of oxidation, yeah, and they produce them like that. Normally you cannot find it. You can see now that the glaze that I did with the orange is almost dry. You can see that it looks already kind of like oxide. I'm gonna stop here with the nail like oxide. I'm gonna use this other color. This is a spell blue. It's kind of like a green blue. So I'm gonna use some of it. This is the other way to do it. I'm gonna water it down a lot again. I'm gonna use kind of like ink. If you do it or apply it into your palette, it's gonna be almost translucent. That's what I'm gonna apply here. Same way that I did with the nail like oxide. Only in the crevices. Of course, this is another tone. You can look at it and notice it. I'm gonna wait for it to just go dry. Indeed, I'm gonna do the same thing with the bell. I'm taking advantage. I have two flies, one side and the other, just so you can see the results are pretty much the same. Nail like oxide is a shortcut for this one because you can only draw around. When it gets dry, you can get the effect of the inside, but also it's a pretty good idea to use it the other way. Now we go back to this little fella, and I'm gonna use the dry brush technique to show you what we can achieve with this one. I think I took the ironed. Okay, I'm gonna do this in two parts. That's some burnt iron, which is the same color that I used for the blades. First part, I'm gonna take a little bit with the point of my brush. As we said before, I get rid of the excess. There's too little paint here. That's what I want to use. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the dry brush here, forward. I'm gonna apply it here. You can see how I erase the highest parts, how it gets covered, but I leave the bottom crevices with the oxide. Depends on how much do you want it to look kind of like oxide. Normally this is an advanced technique as far as I can tell. Yeah, you can use it from the start. Not be afraid to use it. Normally I will show you first how to paint all the miniature, and afterwards you can look at how it will look, already painted, and afterwards you have to do the weathering. There it is. See, blade almost ready, and really. Is the end of it? No, not at all. I'm gonna use a brighter color for this. I'm gonna use silver, so you can see how it may end. How are you going with that?
I'm going to do a weave pattern like this.
Oh, that looks pretty nice.
It's from Scandinavia. I'll show it in just a minute.
Yeah, please. It's gonna be awesome.
Alright guys, I'm going to show you what I'm working on now.
Yes, please.
I decided to go online and look up in Google, and I googled Nordic weave patterns to think about how I'm going to do the weave for this piece I'm working on now. Go ahead and switch cameras here again. I'm working on this piece right here, and I figured I should look up some Nordic weave patterns to see what kind of things the Nords would have used as an inspiration. And this is, let me go ahead and find this image real quick. It's in here. My inspiration that So this is the weave pattern that I found. Make it much smaller. And I'm going to be painting this weave pattern here for this piece right here. I think it'll be nice. So I'm looking at different blues that I have for the weave patterns, and I think I'm going to be using these two blues. One of them is Sloth Blue for the lighter part, and this dark one is just a regular Reaper miniature paint. Dragon Blue for the darker part. The Dragon Blue Reaper paint, and then I'm going to use Sloth Blue. I think blue will be a good. It'll be a good contrast. Unless I do Spell
That's pretty
Blue.
good.
Maybe Spell Blue actually could be a better one. Brighter.
But a little bit greener. I don't know.
Actually, I think I'll use this one. This looks
Okay,
more like
yeah,
it matches.
more like it.
If you look
Yeah,
at the screen, you can see it.
yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll use these two. So
Yeah,
what I'm
really
going to do first is I'm going to coat. I'm going to do a base paint of the darker one. Then I'm going to do light paint over.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that.
I think I'll just.
That
use
is
this
pretty
one.
much how you do
Should I
it.
use
Yeah.
a big one? You think a bigger one like
For the
this
start.
one? Or maybe this guy here. Maybe just this guy.
Yeah, that one.
Right.
Just for the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Dun, dun. Dun. So, what kind of games are you guys playing? I know Illuvid, and you have a D&D game. How is it going? What's happening in your story lately? Anything interesting?
A D&D game. Everything is.
Oh. Sometimes yes, sometimes yes. I played in some games where I was ready. I was happy when it finished for sure. I think it depends on the group and the players you're playing with. Of course, the story sometimes just be kind of a. Well, it depends on the style of play you like to play.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Like some people, they love dungeon crawl and just killing things nonstop.
Mhm.
Others need story.
I think it also depends on the dungeon master. I really think that you have to show them how it and guide them. Of course, they have to enjoy one or the other, but also you can guide them and try to show them how to enjoy what parts of the story.
It's going to look really nice.
Yeah, indeed, it's gonna be really good choice indeed.
Really?
Okay. You're gaining control.
Oh, you! I paint my. I learn like the elves do. Meditate. I was having the weirdest dreams today, I swear.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was like advancing my D&D stream while I was sleeping. People were contacting me to play my games. I'm like, oh great, so I can start preparing my D&D game. And I woke up and was like, oh, never mind. I still have to find players.
Those are good dreams, Al. Really good dreams.
Until you wake up and realize you still...
Yeah, because sometimes you get real cool ideas from them.
Oh, from the dreams? Brush is actually kind of hard, has hard bristles, which I like
Yeah.
in this case because they're not bending and touching. Want them to touch.
Told you it depends sometimes on the brush, on the kind of the brush, and the bristles, what they're made for. Made of. Depends. For example, for details, for little details.
Excuse me.
Neat.
But this
Yeah,
actually
bless
is like it's going in a little bit too much. Do here is I'm gonna take the excess out. The Q-tip. I like to use Q-tips for happy mistakes.
Mistakes.
I'm gonna use this brush here, those smaller. Make it the There we go. Make sure we got their views. Oh, welcome to the new viewers. I see that we have a couple new people showing up already.
Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Right now we're working on the weave patterns. I'm doing the base coat, dark blue, and then I'll do a lighter blue. Once I can get this thing to be covered in blue though, it doesn't want to be covered in blue. I don't think I should have wet down this paint.
It's a different. You have to be all that watered down, but yeah, it has to. In order to get a good result or a good transition colors.
There we go. No. I'm a painter with very little patience.
That's gonna change. Trust me.
Okay. All the X.
One of the things that you have to then also is for those excesses, you don't water down your paint, it will be harder to take it out. There will be a lot of pigment, a residue over there.
Brush actually. It's making some progress today.
The beginning it's a little bit harder because you don't see the results. You advance little by little. Can you see it all together? Option.
Okay. I'm going to cover it with some lighter blue.
And also you can use a shade between or before if you want to.
I'm thinking about using a shade, but I think it's right now.
No. It's gonna be okay. But let me
What
shade
shade
on
should
the
I do? I
camera.
don't think I have the right shade. Do I have? I need a dark blue shade, no?
Oh, we have it.
No dark blue shade. I have not found those. I've only found sienna, raw sienna, black, brown.
Okay, just let me know. Like, the NAM store, right?
I went to the NAM and I went to 3 different stores yesterday.
Oh yeah.
On Saturday. Yep.
You went to El Duende?
I went to El Duende. I'm planning on getting that red dragon from WizKids.
Oh yeah.
It's there still. They have 3 dragons now. They have the official D&D red dragon. They have a Nolzurs WizKids gargantuan green dragon, and a Nolzurs gargantuan red dragon. I'm not a big fan of the green dragon.
But it looks amazing.
I don't think it does. It has 2 big horns on the front of it, like a rhino. It doesn't look like the green dragons that I'm painting right now.
Oh wow.
It doesn't look like the green dragons that I'm expecting with the big frills. It doesn't have big frills. It has tiny little frills and 2 big horns. And the green dragon I know has horns on the side, not in the front of his nose. So I'm going to get the red dragon, who has spikes on his tails, really defined scales.
Yeah,
that's the one I want.
I know now which one are you talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, the green dragon.
It wasn't my favorite. I was thinking about getting, I gotta get all of them, then I started looking at them closer, and I was like, no, I'm not so sure I'm gonna get all of them. Okay,
from the WizKids, I really like
quiet, or the music is a little quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
From WizKids, I really like the silver dragon, but it's too tiny.
As we are too quiet, let me go ahead and bring forth the microphone closer to our table. Tell us, are we a little bit louder now? Music should be quiet too, but maybe I'll make it a little bit louder. Can you hear us now? Loud music is... music is too loud. Okay. How about now? Is that better? Can you hear us better now? Thank you for letting me know, Luvidin. I always need that feedback. Okay. I've adjusted the microphone now. My blue part is finished, so I'm going to be letting that dry. And I think it's the feet are dry now. I was working on the feet earlier. So now I'm going to do a darker thing. I'm going to do the black shade, I think. For this, we have it. Do we have black shade or just dark? I'm going to use a dark brown shade.
Yeah, we have black shade.
I'm going to use a dark brown. Wait. Here. I'm going to use a dark brown shade for the shoes. Alright, and then I'm going to use a dark blue shade for the weave stuff. And then I'm going to paint the rope. Let's do this. Okay. So,
look at it and be amazed.
I'm going to first clean off my brushes. Take care of the brushes. Get the brushes. Get the brushes. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to jump back over to Hill is working on.
Okay. So I'm finishing with the stuff here with this effects. You may see there a little bluish underneath the copper and the bronze. This side is for the Nilak Oxide. And that's how you make it. You can draw around. You can use it as in this little piece of metal we are painting. I used the dry brush technique after I left the Nilak Oxide dry. Applying another coat on both sides.
So Illivan is new to the stream right now, or not new to the stream, but new to the show today. He came in a little bit later. What is Oxide? Let's go
The
ahead and show
Nilak
them that
Oxide?
paint.
Okay, yeah. Perhaps
I picked up a new paint over the weekend, and it's called Oxide.
Nilak Oxide from Citadel. It's a technical painting. It's for oxide for the warm colors of metal like copper, bronze, even gold. That kind of oxide produces. I'm applying it to these little pieces. This is a bronze bell. I'm applying it on one side. I use the Nilak oxide, and on the other part I use the blue painting from Running. Running is a Mexican label. That's why we're using it here, because that's what we get here, quick and precise. And I'm also using this little panel from a vehicle from Citadel War Games, the Rhino Transport, and I'm gonna apply the same technique of dry brush, show you how to use it. I applied, when I use the other end of the brush, I applied the Nilak oxide all around here. In the center there's Nilak oxide, and in the other part there's the blue color. It's called Spell Blue from Running. I'm gonna start making a little bit of dry brush. So the raised areas are covered now. It's kind of like erasing a little bit of Nilak oxide. I wouldn't call it erase it. I will call it to make it go back. That back.
Make it darker?
No, it's and it is the contrary thing. You pull it back. So normally the oxides or fungus or that kind of effects that you want to achieve get stuck underneath. So the raised areas normally are exposed, and they look like you only get the effect at the bottom. So it looks older, or it looks like kind of like dirty, So
And do you want that effect?
yeah, we want it to look like it's being used. In this case, it only appears bottom. Where's this? Mix. You don't have to get the effect, the technical painting. You can use it pretty good if you get it faster, but not because you don't have it. You may not achieve this effect. Yep, that's pretty much it. You can see it here. I have this half covered with dirt. This half is for bronze, and you can see the oxide over there. It's liable for statues or some kind of pipes, water pipes. And we have here the other part. It's with orange rust or terracotta rust on silver, iron, steel. It's pretty much the same technique, only orange with iron and blue, or in this case the Nilak oxide, some gold, bronze, or it's pretty much the same. I have here the bell, get dry, on the other. I have here the blades of Lord Top. I'll leave them with a dry brush, and there's rust. I didn't want it to be real rust. I want it to be just little, so it looks like it's been used. Yeah, that's kind of what you may do here. And what are you painting right now?
Well, I just finished doing the boots.
Okay,
I'm gonna let those
ahead.
dry. So
Yeah.
this is what they look like now. They were kind of a light brown. Now they're a dark brown. Let me go ahead and get the zoom or focus
Yes,
working.
please. Right. I'm so sorry I get in front of you.
There you go. Now you can see it. So I made the boots a little bit darker brown.
They
And
look
I'm going to
nice.
use a
Yeah,
lighter
they
brown
really look nice.
for the rope. And I'll also use a lighter brown for the rope that's up here too. Or I think this is rope. Rope? Or these seams?
Oh well,
Oh,
I
these are
think
seams.
that
Those are
is
not
only
rope.
the.
Those are seams, so I'll probably make those spell blue. So now the next thing I'm going to work on is getting this blue and doing the lighter effects. But before I do that, I'm going to try to use this blue to make it really nice and weavy. I probably should have just done this one instead of painting blue.
I'm so sorry. Get in front.
Probably would have been easier to do it that way. Just use a shade and then color light blue over the top. But we're going to try 3 different colors, I suppose. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and
That
get
is
this.
the idea. Yeah, I like.
I know. I didn't think ahead of time. I do that sometimes.
That's what we're
It's
working
more
on.
fun to do it the hard way. Yeah.
A little bit.
Not really.
Josh don't like the. As I every time I tell him that there are no shortcuts, he doesn't like. He's like, a little bit grumpy about me. But that is the truth of the things.
Let's see how it works. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. It's going to be beautiful. I love this shade. You are the shade of my life. Do 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 do. Oh, so pretty. I think I don't even have to paint anymore. It's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna recommend everybody to
Use the shades.
I'm gonna recommend everybody to. It is going to be. Look at this. It's already beautiful. I recommend everybody to buy every shade you can find because oh my god, it's.
It's a quick way of painting. That's what we were talking about last time.
Light blue, dark blue. Da, 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 da.
It depends on what you want to achieve. For example, we do this mainly for role-playing games. So sometimes you want it to be as quick as possible for the next session, for example. But sometimes you're gonna like to do it for a contest, for example.
I'm doing this giant for a contest. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna do it for a contest. Be blue beautiful, blue beautiful. That is the worst pun. I mean, that's the best pun I've ever heard Illuvidin. Wow, you should make a meme about that. I think you should definitely make a meme for that. You will find so many people that love that meme. Beautiful.
Yeah, so please don't tell me about that contest. Don't let me know.
Are you going to try to enter and steal my thunder? Is that what you're going to do? Try to enter the contest and steal my thunder?
Of course not. Of course not. I think I like those.
All right, that's nice. Here we go. Last part. Pop, 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 pop. This is beautiful. Look at that. Would you look at that? Let's get this thing focused nice so you can see how beautiful it's become.
Yeah, wash is one of the techniques, of the favorite techniques, because you can make it's natural and automatic shades. Yeah, it helps a lot. And I ain't gonna deny it. It's pretty good.
Oh, I thought you were going to use the giant in the game. I am. He's going to be a very big, important giant. So he needs to be beautiful. Yeah. Not sure if it works, but it's a good try.
Okay.
Oh gosh. It is very nice blue indeed. It is. It's a beautiful blue. I think I'm gonna. I don't know how. I wish I had a blue. I wish I had a shade for every color now.
We can make that happen. Do not worry. Trust me. Fortunately, I can tell. Some people don't know here. Normally, I don't talk about it very much because it sounds pretentious, me. But I have, I'm one of the sellers here in Mexico City running the label, and that's why we got the sponsorship here, and that's how I met Josh in the first place.
Yeah, it was. He was teaching a painting class at the friendly local gaming store. I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Would you recommend using a black shade over the steel?
Yes, indeed.
Let me get
Normally we use that kind of shade over the steel.
Perfect. Let's do it. I'm ready for more shades. Oh my God, you're red shade too. Where can I put the red shade?
And there are almost the half of them.
Green. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the shades here and they're really shady.
We also have glazes, yeah.
You
got the stuff.
Flesh shade. Olive green. Brown. I have brown.
Yeah, you have dark brown.
I have
Cherry.
regular brown.
You got brown.
Oh, I have dark brown. Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wow. Okay. What do I want? Look at the steel. So I want steel.
I think this is the black. I don't know.
Should I use? What do you guys think? Should I use a blue steel, or make it blue steelish, or should
that will
I
work.
make black shade? What would you guys recommend? Black or blue?
Do you
Black or blue? Hot pink? No, I don't think they have hot pink.
Can make it.
They have raw sienna, but I saw that already. But I don't know where that looks. They said it's good for flesh.
Black.
Oh. Alright, what do you guys think? Black or blue for the steel?
Or a little big mixing.
Blue versus black, yes. I know. I think there was a thing about that. What, is the dress black or blue? I don't know. Is it black or blue?
Yeah, I remember that.
We're doing either black or blue dress. Is it black or blue? I think it's black. I think it's blue. Black over steel? I suppose.
Yeah, it makes it look darker or older.
Black or yellow? I remember that. Oh, it's black or yellow? Okay.
Yeah, the dress was golden or blue.
Black for the steel? I suppose black for the steel. It is. Let's make some black. I just like using shades. My hands are getting covered in shade too. All my fingerprints are coming out. I'm not committing any crimes soon.
Not this week, at least.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. We are now going to work on the steel and make that pretty. You guys ready to see some pretty steel? Here we go. Dip it, dip it, dip it good. We bring it up close for you guys so you can watch. I think that's good enough. Here we go. Oh. Make sure I got it spread out so it doesn't fill up. But yes, it does look quite nice. Does make the steel fit, doesn't it? It's blue? Oh, it's black. It looks okay.
Okay. That.
Oh, in just a minute. One more slide over here.
Okay.
It's a bluish tint.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you mix it?
No. The original. It looks like that mainly because of the light.
Okay, what do you guys think? Does that bring out the steel? A little bit too much on this side here. Go ahead and
compensate.
already done it. Take it off with the brush.
Remember, you have to control it.
Oh, I have a Q-tip.
Yeah, because one of the things that with the shades on the washes or the glazes, some people just let them run, and
Free bird.
they just they get little glocks, or it pulls around and makes a mess because it takes out some reality paintings, even that it is fantasy.
It's magic? Is that what you're saying?
For some people it is, for sure. But you have to control it because not it goes wherever you want.
Right.
We don't want
I
that.
got the power. Boom, boom, boo doo boom. Got the power.
Pretty old, but pretty good sound. I snap.
Okay, I'm finished with that. What do you guys think? Does steel look a lot nicer now? Imagine how blue would look if you used blue paint. You have a lot of blue already. You're right, I guess you're correct. If I do blue, I'm trying to figure out what to color these bad boys. I'm thinking gold or something like that. Got some things here. I'm not sure if it's. I think it might be like he said. It might be scales, but maybe metallic. Maybe metallic green. What do you guys think? Metallic green, or what kind of dragon would you meet in the frosty places? Blue dragon, of course. It could be
Silver, white.
Could
blue.
be a silver or white, maybe.
Yeah.
White with blue sparkles or something. I think that would work for this guy because they have a lot of blues and stuff like that. Yeah, let's try that, I think. Let's try like a silvery blue. Silvery blue white. How can we do that? What kind of color? How can we make a white dragon effect? Would we use a steel color?
Normally you use a gray.
Or silver?
No, gray before. And you go lighting it up with silver and white. Depends really on what you want to achieve there. If it is a real white scale, well, directly you make it gloom at the end, or if it's white like silver,
maybe shadowed stone with white.
I would recommend
unless you have an actual gray, a lighter gray, maybe.
Yeah, of course I have it.
Or what about this color?
That is silver. The clear gray.
Clear gray, and then do like white dry brush.
Yeah, use this armor gray.
Okay, there we go. This looks like it could be a good one. All right, let's try that. I imagine a shiny white. So I'm going to try this gray, and then I'm going to put white over the top of it with a dry brush.
Yeah, that's right. Precisely, that's right. Then that's what I told you.
I'm getting better at this. There we go.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about. You get to know the techniques, the basic techniques first, then you can
think about what to do.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it works. That's why sometimes it's harder because, like in everything, I don't know if you play. I know Josh plays some instruments, but I am talking about you.
A musical instrument.
On the other side of the screen, some of you surely have tried a little bit of music or a little instrument. It's hard in the beginning because you don't get but some exercises and just noises, and you just want to go for your first song. But that's how it works. Oh, Josh.
Sorry, guys, I lost the camera. Let me go ahead and jump back over to you, maybe.
Okay.
Whew. Sorry if I made you guys just lose your dinner there. Whew. Wow, that thing just pops right off the table, right at me. Oh my goodness. All right, so many paints. This table's really messy today. Look at this table.
No, don't show them.
I know. I'm going to switch back over to you.
No.
All right, they can see your bottom of your miniature. It's beautiful.
Oh, so sorry. Words.
He's like, oh, we're learning. He's leaning in, watching, and suddenly I just throw the camera off the table.
Like that, like, hey, no!
Your reality has been upturned.
Like that. So what do you think so far?
That is beautiful, really. I like the idea of adding designs.
But that takes forward the miniature. Great. I really like this. When I saw it on the store, it was like,
Yeah, as soon as I saw it up in the store and I saw that, I immediately, actually, my girlfriend bought it for me because I didn't have any cash with me, so she paid for it. Because she's such a nice girlfriend.
yeah, indeed.
And because there was only one left at the store, and I was like, okay, please let me have it, please, please, please. And I was being such a child.
I just hope she doesn't hate me that much.
Oh, this is, I'm talking about the giant. I had it already. I've had it for a while. Sitting waiting for me to paint.
Oh well.
Like all my other stuff. I have so many that are waiting for me to get painted. One of the reasons why I decided to take this class, and also to get her addicted into painting. So I gave her another class, private class. And she did quite good. Actually, her first miniature.
Yeah, she's kind of natural.
You guys should see her first miniature. So her first miniature was the wizard. I showed you that already. But her first completely finished miniature, got from the class, is this beautiful.
Oh yeah, the unicorn. Pretty good.
Move out of the way, giant. The unicorn's here. That is my girlfriend's first miniature. Holy crap. I'm very proud of her. Like my first miniature didn't look like this. I still haven't even based a miniature before. I've never used a base. Basic materials, never used them. Got some finally, but never used them.
Indeed. You're gonna.
But I don't. Worry. She didn't apply the basing materials though. Just watched how it was done.
Ah, do not worry.
But she will be doing that next time, I'm sure, because she's very ambitious that way.
Basing is almost easy, so do not worry about that. Finish your miniature before. We're gonna see afterward. Your basing. I like how it turned out. How it turned out with the washes. Yeah, the boots, pants, chainmail, rings, all the leather working. I really like how the axe is turned. I'm gonna just apply some silver. Make it a little bit sharpy. And there's a lot to paint. So, any suggestions?
What do you mean?
I'm wondering if they want to see us paint something special.
Well,
it's about your lesson, but because you have to learn along the way. But they can also tell us what do they want to look at us painting. You have almost anything.
I have a lot of different things. I'm thinking about doing the Minotaurs again, but doing the undead ones because we have 2 of those. We can work on those next. But yeah, if they have a special request, some kind of monster or person, we could definitely check that out.
So let us know about your requests or suggestions. That will help a lot.
And of course, if you really enjoy this show, any donations is not quite, of course, would be very greatly appreciated. It really helps us keep this show running and buying new paints so we can keep painting these things awesome colors.
That is right. Also, we have some dynamics for giveaways coming up. Not right now, but coming up.
It looks like we have. I'm gonna have to do some promotions for that. I think I'm definitely gonna be sending Illuvidin something because he's been showing up very consistently. He did win officially in one of the contests, so I'm gonna be sending him something nice sometime soon. Just because he's been an awesome person so far. Coming to our show, all the shows really quite consistently. So be on the lookout for that, Illuvidin. I'll be getting your address pretty soon to
the stalker.
Finalize that. So that people get afraid about that.
Of course they have to.
Don't worry, I'm a nice stalker.
Yeah, indeed. I cannot complain about that. Did you say what
My
happened?
friends, you know how they describe me? I don't know how to take this. My
Okay.
friends told me that I'm like a golden retriever. It said you were so, and I was like, yo, I'm so angry, I could kill that person. And they're like, Josh, no, you couldn't. You're like a golden retriever. You would never forgive yourself, and you're just cuddly, and you like to help people, and I'm like, okay, thanks. I'm not sure how to take it. If I should be happy about that or
Yeah,
not.
you should because they love you. You are. First of all,
I'm a mean, fierce person. I'm not okay. Maybe not a person. I can be fierce. I can be fierce.
I really believe that anyone can turn into a beast. You hit the right buttons.
And hearing,
Some people look at me and they think that I throw things and smash doors when I come in. Something
oh
like
my
that.
gosh, the first time you came to my apartment place, like the guards wouldn't let you in.
Ah, yeah.
So like I invited him to come. Of course, he's up in my apartment complex, and we have a door person. He came in with his motorcycle, dressed all black, and they're looking at me, and I go, "Oh, that's my painting teacher." And he goes, "Painting?" I'm like, "Yes, we paint toys." And
Yeah,
they're just
something
like
like that.
they were confused, and it was so funny because like yeah, they were really confused. Like
Really, really.
this
for real?
guy, a painting teacher, toys, what?
Does he have all his vaccines?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. No, you have to live along. Yeah, I like of stuff like wrestling, American football, role-playing games.
Yeah, role
Of
playing games are so rough.
course there are. Whoever tells you the role-playing games is not rough stuff, they haven't fired a troll before. That's what I say.
We're dealt with a rules lawyer.
Oh yeah. Or survive a pizza night.
A pizza
Or
knife? What the
a
hell kind
pizza
of games are
ni-
you playing?
a pizza night. A whole night of pizza.
A pizza night. I thought you said
Yeah,
pizza,
pizza
knife.
night.
I'm like,
No, pizza
holy
night.
crap, dude. So I'm using this gray here
Or
to
surviving
also
a
dry brushing
complete-
this.
Okay, yeah. Take out all the excess. That has a lot of paint. I know it sounds confusing, but it had to be just a tiny little end. I really like how it turns the Sharpie ends here.
Do. Back to me. Okay. So I'm dry brushing his bottom parts now. Sounds bad. I'm brushing his fur here. I'm dry brushing it. I've already painted the other stuff gray. I'm just waiting for it to dry. So while we're waiting, we're gonna dry brush this. Let's see if we can make it. Maybe not so much dry brush. Maybe make it a lighter, like it's a frosty of shade, because you know it's a wolf. Figuring it's a big dire wolf type of thing or dire bear for.
Well, that's it about the giant. In my case, I'm just going for the base. I'm gonna use over here. Yeah.
Dry brush, you can't see much. Dry brush, you can't see much.
I use this green. This.
It does looks a lot better, yeah? A little bit, I can't really tell, but it works for me, I suppose. That's gonna have to work. Okay, let's go back to, let's go ahead and paint those designs on the weaves.
Okay.
Are you ready for this, guys? We are gonna do some awesome detailed painting now. We are gonna use Where'd she go? Cloth blue. Where's my spell?
Oh well, that's the running spell blue. You wanted the
No. We
the
wanted this
other
one. We wanted
label.
high elf blue.
Okay, because the spell blue of the other labels over.
But we're gonna use high elf blue now to paint this in. All right, I'll try and send you my address after the stream is over. Okay, I will do that. Yeah, I
please.
think so. I think this is gonna be like a frost wolf, dire wolf thing, and I'm thinking. I decided I'm gonna do the dragon giveaway. I'm gonna do the dragon giveaway to. I'm about ready to publish my first YouTube video that I've been working on. Excuse my eyes. I've been working on this YouTube video. This is why I started Patreon. Actually, the first thing I started Patreon and all this stuff for, not the Twitch, but YouTube, was I got a bunch of products from different companies to review them, but I was reviewing them in a different way. I was going to review them as characters. I made up some characters. Hadrig, the bartender, and Archibald, the kind of flamboyant artistic gnome. And I was going to review different products with that, and it's taken me 2 years. All right, thank you for subscribing, Luden.
Hey, thank you.
It's going to take me it took me 2 years in production to first. Well, I got the 3 scripts written right away.
But 3 scripts already.
But then I had to change my apartment 4 times, so the place I was supposed to film it, I kept having to change it, and so it took forever to film. I finally have a studio. I know. Thank you so much, Olivia, and thank you for subbing. That means so much. We're up to
appreciate
2 subs. Much. Excellent, amazing. But no, I think we're at 3 subs or 2 subs. Most recent follower. Let's see, top donor, new subscriber. It's Geek Girl. It's gonna. Oh, I think it's gonna update in just a minute. I think we have 3 subs now. That's awesome.
You did. Thank you. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that kind of stuff because we do.
It really helps. It encourages me a lot because I won't lie. I pay the people who show up to give their time on my show. The players aren't paid, but if you're a dungeon master on my channel, or for example the teacher, I pay him straight up, right up. He gets paid. I don't of course have a huge salary or stipend I can give him, but I pay him amount that he's agreeable with, and I'm going to pay my dungeon master for the Wednesday games. I'm going to be giving him a new microphone that I have that I don't use as payment. So these are things I do. So while I pay him, I actually don't always make money. I just do it to make sure that I have good quality programming that people can come watch and learn things from.
And we want to help, and we do our part somehow. For example, normally I give away also for this program, for this test, merchandise or the sponsorship or running, something like that, to help. Perhaps I get paid, but I also give the sponsorship, and I also get sure that that Josh has its tools, that knows how to use them, to get some materials. Everything helps. When you're into this, normally all the earnings are for spending on the materials or into the program. So yeah, pretty much that's how it works.
I think it's too watery.
Are you gonna use 3 or 4 coats?
Not for the detailing.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna dry. Yeah, you're gonna draw. Sorry.
I'm drawing.
Okay, yeah, no.
Was I not supposed to mix it with water for drawing?
Yeah, you should, but not too much. It depends on what do you want to draw. Sometimes you have to let it dry a little bit.
I'll just add more paint.
You can do that. Problem is that if you're not gonna use all that paint, it's just gonna be a waste. So try to be sure to use that.
Well, then I'll do another dry brush on the bottom.
On the bottom, yeah.
All right. Hopefully that works. Put it out a bit. Painting as fast as I can. Rise up. Okay. Let's do it. Extreme detail painting. We are going to be painting the weaves. just the weaves. This should be fun. Right. Let's see. You just wait till I get my. Oh my gosh! Don't get me excited. I didn't sub to Twitch. Maybe that's it. Huh. No, I think you subbed. You subbed with probably your Prime, right? I think it's still going to count. I don't think you have to worry about that. At least I think so. I'm not sure. It says you subbed. I have no idea. Unless you sub to my YouTube or something like that, but I don't think that would show up on here. I'm still learning all this, of course. Sure. Okay, I did sub to YouTube. Okay, well, there you go. It showed up. I guess I have it set up with YouTube as well. Probably do because that's some of my contests in the past. Ooh, look at this, so fine. So fine, she blew my mind. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Vicky. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and where's my focus? Here we go. Wait. Let's do this. This is gonna take forever, guys. I did not want. I know, I'm saying blasphemy like in front of my teacher.
Yeah, that's right.
My teacher just shakes his head and like, oh, he never learns.
He will.
So if you're trying to see what I'm trying to do right now, here is a picture of what I'm trying to create. This is my inspiration. I'm working on creating this.
It's okay. You're gonna learn in the end. You're gonna appreciate.
Maybe I should have just done dry brush.
Yeah, you could.
Would that be a good shortcut?
That wouldn't be a shortcut because dry brush. I know what people thinks about dry brush and washes, but not just like to apply it and that. Yeah, have to do it right way. It takes time and control. Yeah, you can do dry brush.
Well, how's it looking so far?
Looking nice.
I'm thinking the dry brush would be more controlled.
Kind of. I think it looks nice. And I think you can do both of them and do the pattern. Afterwards, you can apply the dry brush. Yeah, I know how it sounds.
I think this is gonna give me a brain aneurysm. So here's our detailing today. We are getting into it, like really getting into it. This is what it looks like so far. No shortcuts.
Told you.
Wait, I don't. Ilvin, whose side are you on, anyways?
Told you. There's no shortcuts. Only practice.
I'm the best student ever, go guys. Oh, quite stuff. Maybe I should do the bigger ones first. Let's show them the bigger side. That's much easier to paint. Oh.
Of course.
Here we go. And down. Go in all these lines. It's gonna take freaking forever, guys. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's as far as you want to go. As said before. Depends on how far you want.
We have I think Illuvidin is playing devil's advocate.
See?
Move it in the.
That's because I'm right.
Oh, wow. You are the teacher.
Now I am. You have to practice. I know we are eager to finish our miniatures, but it's worth it to do it the right way. Works a lot.
I was gonna do this red and blue. Can you believe it? Red and blue between the lines. So glad I didn't decide to do that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sometimes you get the idea and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and gonna be pattern here and I'm gonna draw a replica of Gioconda from Da Vinci here. And some people do, of course. But you have to be willed to do, to decide to do it, really do it. And it doesn't happen until you understand what you're planning to achieve. In the beginning, it's like, yeah, how hard it can be.
Do the red and blue? No. I'm not gonna do the alternating red and blue.
Not today.
This is gonna look just fine once I finish.
There's a thing that too many people can tell you, the audience. And it happens almost all the time to almost every modelist. You don't want to do it, but when you're already into this and you've painted a lot of miniatures, you look back and then find your giant in the table or in the bookshelf, and then you look like I get like, yeah, I can do it better, and you take it out and you start painting it again. Happens all the time.
I hope that doesn't happen to me. No, I want this giant to be the best because I know it's early in painting. I've only painted a few miniatures, like less than a handful. Oh, my hands are shaking.
Put your elbow here, something like that. Take a little. Get a little support so you don't get the shake.
Here we go, guys. It's getting there. I'm not sure how. Oh, not again. Hi. Camera thing is really difficult. You know that, guys?
Because of the wire.
Yeah.
It pulls all the time. Wait. Try. Also the basing of my giant. Looking at Josh's. That is a pretty good choice, but that is a pretty hard one because that's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I should have done dry brush. Woo! You made me jump again. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I used to love shock humor when I was a kid. Look at this. Oh, look at the mail now. The chain mail. So,
Now it's dry, the wash is
nice,
dry.
yeah?
Yeah. Pretty good now. The wash is.
By the way, I'm curious, is there any lag on this video camera now? I know a while ago I was told that there was some lag on the video camera. How it looks so far. Is there any more lag? Because I tried to fix that.
Pretty good. So I wonder, how is it that you started with the games?
Dungeons and Dragons?
On every kind of game?
Well, I wasn't allowed to play Dungeons and Dragons until recently. When I was a kid, it was forbidden. My family was more religious. And they thought Dungeons and Dragons was devil stuff. My dad still does.
Talking about demons and summonings and dragons and fantasy creatures?
There's only one God. And if you pretend there's more than one God, that is blasphemy.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, indeed.
So I never got to play. I was obsessed with it though. I tried to read as much as I could. I never got to read the books, but I remember I still have a paintball magazine that had where they did paintball, but they created a Dungeons and Dragons theme, so they had like the spells were like paintball bombs.
Okay.
And it was incredible. I still had a magazine somewhere in my parents' home, and I just read it over and over and over again and dreamed and imagined being in those battles that they had. Because I also really liked paintball, but I didn't have the money to join those kind of games. And I'm glad there's no lag now. That's good. Before we had two cameras up, there's lag, but that's why we only have one camera up now. You're almost done with this set. But yeah, I think I started more like, I got my first books in 2014.
Okay.
After watching Critical Role. My first inspiration about what was a good DM was Chris Perkins, who works for Dungeons and Dragons, and he was running something called something robot, Chicken Robot, I think it was called, where he had celebrities. They had celebrities playing, and it just looked so much fun. And I got to play around that time with some family members, my sister-in-law, my sister, my brother and my sister, and we all knew, but my sister-in-law was not. She's married to my sister.
Okay.
And, well, she had a more of a tough way of playing, like, a way I didn't really agree with. It was very tough, like, she played a character herself. As a DM, but with like super powerful. So she was pretty much playing like a god.
Oh, I understand.
And it wasn't so much fun for all of us, at least for me, because like if you did something like she didn't like, she could just swipe you down. No, we're going this way, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I can see. I can tell you.
So it wasn't. I was like, this shouldn't be like this, and of course, they played out their fantasies too. My sister and sister-in-law would play out their like romantic fantasies as well in the game. That could get awkward.
Indeed, I can imagine that.
So I watched the online thing to figure out, how it should be, and I said okay. And of course, I compared, and that wasn't very nice for the DM either. Like, oh, you're comparing me to like this professional. I didn't even want to be a DM. I wanted to be a player. But like having the DM with their friend also had was like 3 levels higher than all of us.
Okay.
Their best friend. So it's like they came in. It was like a power trip. It was that was my first experience playing. I was really creative to stay out of trouble or to get myself in trouble. I was playing a rogue, a 3.5 D&D.
Oh, 3.5.
I started with 3.5, yeah. And then after that, I didn't play for a long time, but then I finally got the books when I was watching Critical Role. I had moved to Mexico. Chris Perkins said, "Oh, you should get the starter set." So what did I do? I bought all 3 books instead of the starter set.
Yeah, of course.
Instead of listening, I didn't listen. I just bought the thing, and then I had those books for over a year without ever playing. And then finally, for Christmas 2 years ago, my sister-in-law and my sister bought the starter set for me,
Oh yeah.
and I was playing within 2 weeks. So if I would have listened to Chris Perkins, I would have been playing a lot longer. But that no, I sent a notice out to people online or in game stores or in Facebook and stuff like that, saying, "Hi, I want to play Dungeons and Dragons. Who wants to learn how to play with me?" And
Some people show up.
some people showed up, and then I started DMing. That group lasted a little while, but I actually I had my ex-girlfriend was play. I let my ex-girlfriend play too, and I kind of encouraged her to play. I don't think she wanted to.
Well, she did it.
She did. I wish I didn't do that now. I helped her make a character, and we mixed the starter set with another story to help her with her background. And I kind of, it was when she decided she was not. She brought the outside stresses and stuff troubles into the game.
Oh yeah,
and ended up just like leaving suddenly. And nobody I was like, okay, guys, you want to say goodbye to this character? No.
Okay.
And it kind of like that set me back so much that I didn't play for several months after that. Because I was so like, guys, I need to take a break. And we didn't play for a long time until I found some new players. I went out again and said, hey, I want to stream this time because I'm a glutton for punishment. So who wants to join me in a stream? And I did this. I said, hey, come learn English and play Dungeons and Dragons. And so I sent, I made some posters, and I met a group. In my first group, about half of them are still my players, and not another TPK. That's when I met Victor. That's when I met Phi, and that's when I met Aldo. We had 2 other players, but they couldn't continue playing with us. And that's when I brought in my first original players. Sit Lolly was one of my first. She was the first original player that played with me in the first time, and we just brought her back into the game because she was my roommate at the time. And I know she wanted to play, so I thought, okay, what the heck? I'll bring her in and let her play. How's this looking?
Yeah, I like that. Pretty nice.
Actually, I think we should have. You know what I should have used? I should have used the Oxide and then this color, because look at that. That looks like Oxide.
Yeah, it's kind of the same color of the Nail-Like Oxide. One of the example that we are looking at. For those who didn't look at it before.
Well, they can see it too.
No, I mean the Nail-Like Oxide.
Yeah, I think we should have used the Nolzurs Oxide maybe.
You can try.
Too late now.
Not exactly, but no, do it that way.
How could we use this?
You just use it on that, and it can work, but no, that will be a circuit.
This seems like scales.
Which one?
This one inside.
Yeah.
This is definitely scales.
Yeah, perhaps of the front of the creature, because we're not for sure that this is a dragon.
This is definitely a scale and not the weave. So I don't think I should. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it a different white color. Make it a white dragon. What do you guys think?
Well, that will solve the problem about the dragon. Yeah, indeed.
So what do I do? A white brush and then a light dry brush?
Clear gray, and afterwards the white.
What about just dry brush with this paint?
No, it's too dark. The pattern, the piece already painted, is too dark. So that's where I will use gray, clear bone, and afterwards use the.
You know what? I should have used dry brush. Look at this! Holy crap! Look at that! How fast! I'm already done with it almost. And it's already almost done. Oh my god.
Come on, go ahead. We're almost there, Josh.
Well, it's actually finished. The other ones are finished. I feel like
that's what I mean. You're almost there.
Okay. Guys, do I need to add anything more to this, do you think? What do you think? How's this look? I can't believe I actually finished it. Or lizard scale? Frost lizard scale? Man, maybe. I think I should add a little bit, another color. Maybe I'll add that Nurgle.
Right.
Yeah, to this scale.
Oh yeah, it could work.
I think that would work perfectly. How can I paint with it? I want to try it. I just want to use it.
Okay. I just want to say that Josh didn't know about the technical paintings because I didn't tell him before. To avoid this kind of behavior.
It's paint. It can be used for anything. Just a color.
Learn
What am I learning today?
not to use the technical stuff to make it easier. Okay, go ahead.
This.
Lots of technical and washes and dry brushes. Okay, that is a lot for the global guard. This one, that will be Nolzurs Rot, which is like mucus on.
Maybe that would be a better one than this one. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, that will be okay.
What do you guys think? Nurgle Rot or Oxide? Or the underbelly scale? Add red. Maybe.
Could be natural, yeah.
Red? Want to try to for the blood god one?
You want to do that?
Would it be too much?
I don't. It's different. It's bright.
It's just going to be for the underbelly right here. Just for the underbelly part.
That is not a flat color. It's bright. It's,
Okay, maybe
color.
for the blood god then.
Yeah.
Then maybe my rage red. And mix with a freaking lot of water.
Or with the warlock red that you think that it's too bloody, but that will be darker, so it will notice. And afterwards, you can highlight it with the rage red. You can draw lines with the warlock, and then you can put a little rage red on the top of them.
Oh, you was making a joke about how you wanted to do
yeah,
red
because
pattern
you
with the
were
weave.
telling that you
I'm thinking about
wanted
the
to use
scales.
the
For the
blue and the red.
scales. How can we do the scales?
Well, normally the patterns on the snakes are little lines along the body. You could use them like
I see what
kind
you're
of
talking
like
about.
this.
I know what you're saying now.
Yeah, kind of like little diagonal piece along the body. That will do that job.
Let's try it. Let's get you guys focused here. Here we got. This is what we got. Just for the scales on the underbelly.
Okay, show them. Show them.
They saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, a little pattern. Yeah, looks nice. Real nice.
Just a small detail, but makes it stand out. Okay, let's rinse this bad boy out. Woo! I can finally use my insane detail brush. Okay. What do we need to do next? We need to do the dry brush, I believe, on this guy. And we were going to do dry brush.
Well, because you wanted
yes?
to. You're gonna use it like a white dragon, you said?
Yes, white dragon.
Okay, first the light gray that I gave to you.
Already did it. That's the light gray already on there.
Okay. And then now the white.
This
or
one, yes.
You can use that one if you want to.
High elf blue or white? Let's see. Let's do high elf blue, I think.
If you're gonna use that, I would recommend.
Oh, we already used this one though, so maybe we'll use white.
Okay.
We already used the other color. I want to keep mixing, doing the same colors. Oh, thank you.
Please pass me the gray, the light gray. I'm gonna use it on this wooden.
But of course. How do you guys think about my progress today? We're making a lot of progress. Like usually I'm talking too much, so I don't do any painting. This time I'm actually getting some painting done.
Now, and you practice and you try the techniques, so now you know. That's a total different stuff.
Right. Uh-oh. Oh, spaghetti-o.
Paints died. Do not look at them.
Shot through the heart. You're to blame.
Okay.
Like this? Oops, too dark.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna take just the tiny little length of the brush. Is that right? That's too much. Okay. Get rid of the excess.
I think it's too wet. Nothing's coming.
You think that nothing's coming out. That is why I told you dry brush is patience and a lot of work. People doesn't know it. It's a lot of work. Okay.
Maybe I just need to be darker first.
Not at all. Sorry about that. No.
So right now we're dry brushing. This giant killed white and silver dragons. This giant is going to be the king, or the, like, you know, the sundering or whatever. This is going to be like the king giant because he's bigger than all my other giants. All my giants are Reaper giants, and this guy's freaking huge, like a full like chest above. They come up to his chest, so he's going to be like Papa Giant pretty much.
And besides, we were talking about the indumentary that it has. It doesn't look kind of like just a giant who lives about, who dresses up in rags or animal pieces. It has some stuff made for himself, especially for him, like the bracelets, the axe. There's a lot of work or artwork in him. So
yeah, it reminds me of the Norse ones from the Norse legends.
Yeah, it's a Jotun.
He needs a good backstory. Well, he is going to be very big, that's for sure. This is the picture of him for inspiration, where it shows, you know, he's a pretty big badass, I think. He's going to be a big guy in the story once the giants start entering the scene. They're not quite there yet. Way too much.
Yeah, for dry brush you use a little, just a little.
I'm gonna try this again.
For dry brush you can use it directly if you want to,
Yeah,
but only for dry brush, because you only take the tip.
Just the tip?
And even less than that. Sometimes not even that.
Perfect. Let's do this again. Makes a difference. There we go. Whew. There's too much.
I like the base.
That's
This
too
is the
much.
first.
Starting to see stuff now.
A little too much, but it works. Do not worry about that. Just go ahead. Because you're lighting it up. Yeah. Using
Goes. Yeah, this guy is definitely going to be royalty. He's going to be the royalty among the giants. And he could definitely be a big bad guy. BBG that the players fight, or he could be maybe an ally. I don't know yet. In the story of the current campaign. Of course, they would be much smarter to be able to make an ally of him than to make an enemy of him, that's for sure. Because he will be towering over the other players.
did I have here one of the Whiskets miniatures, typical miniatures? Vampire, so you can see the comparison size.
I was actually going to get the characters. Show them next to that. There we go.
You can show them how tall it is.
Okay. Well, I think I got this part done. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, that was nice.
That look like white dragon scale to you? I'm not so sure. It's too grayish still.
I think it looks nice. Definitely a good job.
Still a little gray, but it might be the camera. No, it's still gray to me too.
It's gonna look kinda like gray. But it's gonna be nice because that's how it looks on organic things. I don't know if you have seen a white dog or a white cat. They're not actually real white. They have like
That's
brownie
just
or
racist.
yeah, I know. But that is not my my part to judge. I just they exist.
And the wet paint one, not a good idea.
Yeah, I definitely like this. And I can tell that it's almost finally done with it. I'm gonna apply some. Did I get good?
There we go. Now I'm applying the white brush to the fur again to make it stand out. Okay, and more shoulder pad right here. Sure. Excellent. Try a little bit more here, maybe. Not much left. More splash patterns here.
Okay. And we still have 20 more minutes. So, are there any questions, any suggestions? Have you decided what you want us to watch us paint? Time?
Well, they have to see. I think what I do is I have a Patreon. This is how I decide what to paint. If you're really curious about or want to be part of choosing what I paint next, I do polls on my Patreon for anybody who's $1 patron or higher, and they can participate in polls that help me choose what to paint next on my shows here. So if you'd like to participate in that, you can go to Wing to Rise or patreon.com/Wing to Horizon, and at a $1 Patreon, you are able to participate in polls where I ask, of course, what should I paint next, and I show the miniatures that I have, and then I choose based on the feedback that I get.
Which is a pretty good way of deciding.
I think so. I think that looks a lot more white now.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and see this. Sorry about the camera. I was just going crazy with the white stuff, so I wanted to get all the airbrush done before the paint dried. Let's go ahead and...
Yeah, because some of you don't know, but we have a fan in front of us, and it gets the paint dry faster.
Let me go ahead and get this focused, and you can see what I have done.
What have you done?
Okay, here it is. The fur is now definitely a lot more white. It's still gray, but that might be the camera. Okay, that's earlier. I still need some black shade because I actually forgot to do one of the things here. Here, I forgot this one.
Yeah, we have it here. Don't worry. We have it.
And let's check this armor out. This is a lot whiter now. Go ahead and... that armor out. That is a lot whiter than before. I think it's definitely more dragonish.
Looks real.
Yeah, so what I did is I used a little bit of wetter paint, and I just kind of splashed it on there. I'm not sure if you can see that.
He dabbed it into the...
I was kind of like, I was doing what's the guy's name? The guy with the big afro? Who makes happy painting?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. I was doing a little Bob Ross technique that I watched when I was a kid.
Yeah, the Deadpool version in this case.
Just make a little splotch here, just rub it in there, rub it in. You can do it. It feels good, doesn't it? Oh, that sounds so good.
That's the version that I was talking about.
Now, let's see what to do next. Let's work on the blades maybe. So we're gonna use that oxide. Oh no, I need to get the shade real quick on the steel to make sure that's done and not forgotten about. So you can see the big difference here. Let me show you the big difference between
Before
the
and
steels.
after the
So
wash.
here's got that one done. So here's one. Here's one without the wash. You can see this. This is without the wash. Let me go ahead and get rid of this weave now. Here is one without the wash. Right? This is without the wash. This is with the wash.
Gets a lot of depth. You cannot see it really because of the light on the camera.
So We are going to wash this. Ooh. Made a mess there. Sorry about the camera angle, guys. I'm gonna save this miniature from becoming a big mess. Okay, I think that's good. That's good. Yeah. Anything else I want to put a black wash on it?
It's a good moment, yeah. I'm really liking this miniature. Ugly. That is
He
beautiful.
is really ugly. Yeah.
That is beautiful, yeah.
I don't think they can see that though. Put him in my camera.
We're gonna show it right away, don't worry.
Alright, well I'll jump it over to you then. Let them see your miniatures that you're fawning over.
Not that I'm finding over, but you wanted to show them the size of...
The giants?
Yeah.
Well, easy. What you do is you can't do it that well, very well. But if you want to do that, I'll show you that here. I'm going to switch back over to mine. Here
Okay.
we're going to show the size differences.
Okay, yeah. That is a normal miniature of Whiskits.
Dun 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 dun. Hello, friend.
Yeah, there's a normal miniature for Whiskits that you can make a comparison. You can see that the giant is really huge. It's almost tops his knee. What do you see?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
He comes up to the knee. Now, compared to the Reaper, if you want to move for a second, I'm going to
Okay.
grab a Reaper giant because I don't have any here.
Hey, check it out.
Oh, wait, never mind. I have them right here.
Okay. And also with the
I
comparison
keep
for
all
the-
my giants here there because they're unassembled still. I have a lot of giants because I was planning on running Storm King Thunder and I haven't had a chance to yet. So here is, for example, a Reaper giant next to him. And you can
Yeah.
see here,
Put the camera a little
Let me go
forward.
ahead and
Yeah,
get this
that right. That-
picture
there
out of
it
the
is.
way.
There it is.
now you can see the difference between the different giants. So here's Reaper and Nolzurs. This is one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of the Nolzur giants rather than the Reapers, because the Reapers, well, they're nice.
They're nice. It's a huge giant in comparison to the other
So
miniatures.
he's like, he comes up to his waist, or
Yeah.
a little bit lower than that.
lower because
But
he's
this
bent
guy
down.
reminds me of the Game of Thrones giants that just like do sweeping blows and just kicks a guy. I don't think this guy could kick him so well. You might be able to knee him, but I don't think you can really kick him. He might trip over him, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And
And those are the Reaper giants. It's a pretty good one.
that's a storm giant.
And this also
Or
looks
maybe
like
the storm.
royalty. These are pretty civilized.
I believe he's a storm giant.
That's a pretty civilized giant indeed.
Or maybe is he storm? Yeah, I think he's a storm giant. This guy here is a frost giant king, but he's in my game. He will not be a frost giant king. This guy will not be a frost giant king in my game because I don't think he's big enough.
He's so awesome. He looks.
He has great details.
Yeah.
But this is the difference between the Nolzurs and the Reaper. And then, of
Sizes
course,
are
there's this guy
everything
here
there.
who's just going to be facing them all. But I have lots of different giants in here. Tons of fire giants, frost giants, and some storm giants.
I really like the king. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cloak is really nice. A nice touch.
That's nice. Can show
I
me-
have two
yeah.
of them actually.
Oh,
Because the first one I got didn't come with was missing a piece. It was in the front of the helmet. So I contacted Reaper. This is the thing I do like about Reaper. They have amazing customer service. I was missing just a tiny little piece. This piece that goes here. And I said, oh guys, I've been missing this tiny little piece, and it's not, the giant's not complete. So this is the one that came without the piece in front, and I have another one that's still in the box because they sent me another one for free.
Let me check it out. Just
if you want to go to my room, it's on top of my desk. You can see it. The difference.
This is the one that I want.
Because it's missing this piece, you could use green stuff.
Oh yeah, I know.
Easily. But yeah, they sent me a free one. Free shipping, everything was free. They sent to me here in Mexico.
They know what you're spending on this.
And yeah, their customer service is amazing, Reaper. I think in 3 weeks probably I'll be getting 330 new miniatures.
Oh,
I counted. It was 331 new miniatures.
The ones that you showed me,
yeah. 331. I thought it was 500.
A lot of miniatures.
331 miniatures are coming this way.
Lots of miniatures.
I'm going to make a whole world of miniatures.
Everyone is awesome. Everyone is pretty good.
I'm a little bit worried though, because I've been seeing some of their miniatures lately. They didn't say this during the Kickstarter, but they're using a new material called Bones Black.
Oh yeah.
And it's supposed to have more detail because the mold is more complete. But because the mold is more complete, the seam lines and the gaps are
more
horrendous.
Yeah,
they're horrendous. I heard the seam lines are much easier to cut off though, without causing without making scratch marks like in Nolzurs. You have.
But it doesn't mean that they don't appear. They appear a lot.
But they really appear. And the problem I was having, for example, I don't have any problem because I haven't tried them yet. But the trolls that I've seen, they have these gaps. Some of them are just gaps that are deep that you really need a lot of green stuff to fill up. I don't like to prep my miniatures that much unless I'm deciding to mod them. And so I'm not a big fan of that. I'm kind of but I'm hoping that they'll have it fixed by the time they ship.
Camera, it's really good. Already assembled. So nice. I agree that it doesn't have much as detail as other miniatures. It is pretty good. Pretty good.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Alright, so yeah, these are some of the giants I have. Of course, I have lots of different giants. I have a hill giants as well. But these are the different sizes, and that's why I'm really excited about the Nolzurs, because of the size difference. Here's another fun guy. He's a hill giant.
I like him already.
Oh yeah, he's a big brute.
Yeah, this one, the Storm Giant, as I said, it's pretty civilized. There's the armor, the clothes,
huge arms,
everything. Even the haircut is so civilized.
Hill giants are monstrous arms. They're super strong, but super dumb.
Yeah. They're actually real brutes.
They are. They're like the Incredible Hulk, pretty much.
Kinda, yeah.
If you think of a hill giant, you can think of the Incredible Hulk. That's how they rate in their intelligence and everything. They just want to smash.
Trust me, it doesn't work singing Pretty Lullaby.
This is the hill giant. He's a bit shorter than the frost giant. All right, hello. Popping in to say hello. I can't see your name because it's dark purple. Oh, Chris Gear. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Welcome. Yeah, I have night mode on my stream, so I'm looking over here, but I can see your name. Welcome. Yeah, so right now we're comparing the giants. I've been painting this bad boy using lots of different shades and everything else. I think we are actually coming to our last minute. So now we're just kind of comparing the size of what a human character might look like to the Reaper giants, and then to the Nolzur giant, who kind of towers above them. And huge. In my world, I'm going to use all the giants because, hell yeah, I paid a lot of money to get all these giants, and then I really like the Nolzurs. So in my world, instead of having King Hepaton, because I couldn't afford those super big giants, they're like $50 to $100 each almost.
Wow, each one.
So I thought, okay, this guy right here will be my king of the giants. He's a frost giant, so I'll change the storyline a little bit. but that's okay. He's going to be the big bad guy, the big bad boy. And this is what I've been painting today. We've been painting some details. Oh, these giants are so fragile. They're falling apart.
Yeah, because they're not glue.
But this bad boy, or this guy here, has some... Let's see how we could say it. He has some scales, so he's killed a couple... He's killed some wyverns and some, maybe even some dragons. You don't want to mess with this guy. He's wearing the scales of his kills. So the scales are here. That is a white dragon scale. And I painted some scales here. You can't see that yet. Let me go ahead and get this light in here. You can see the pattern I painted here. That's, for me, is kind of like a wyvern or some kind of snakish thing that I decided. And then we have the blue weave. I might need to add a little bit of red in there, maybe. I don't know.
To give some character, yeah, or some purple.
I was using this as
even some brown.
This is a Nordic weave that I found, and I thought I would try to use this. I might try that oxide maybe. I don't know, because if I can, how can I get this turquoise color? Because oxide is turquoise.
Yeah, you can use the oxide, but it will be kind of like dry brushing with it. Or because of the color, well, no. It will use white directly, or try to dry brush.
Wash. Use it as a wash, maybe. You add water to it. Can you do that?
Yeah, of course you can do that.
And that's what I did.
That's what I did for this axis. I diluted it, but I don't know. It depends on what. Even you can mix them.
What would be the effect? Too much. Here is my teacher's. He has added tattoos to his dragon, or to his giant.
Pattern. Better armor.
I really like that. Did you use black for that?
No, it's brown with a little black, a little gray in the top. Also have highlights.
But this is going to be probably the end of our stream today. So let me go ahead and switch this camera before I get everybody dizzy. Here we go. I'm going to jump over to you.
Thank you.
There we are. All right, so these are our two giants. We're nearly finished.
Take out the images.
Yeah, we're nearly finished, guys. Next time I'm going to be working on the blades of mine, and then we're going to be doing the last details of what everything looks like.
Yeah, and in this case we covered all the oxide, for the Nolzurs oxide, oxide for the steel, iron, and also for the copper and the bronze. We also made some examples with some miniatures, and yeah, please tell us what you want to see painting, any advices, any kind of miniature, and we're gonna continue this.
Your giant looks like a bad guy, he says.
Oh yeah, of course he is. I'm gonna show you the end, or how it ends about that giant. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna show some pictures to Josh so he can prepare them, and we'll meet next week. If Josh is not famous already for that time.
Oh yes, I'm hoping on Wednesday I'll get to be an extra for a Netflix show here in Mexico. Probably Diablero, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Probably.
You're gonna be one of the spooks.
That's the only one I've heard about. But I guess they're only looking for Americans that are 30 years or older. So I guess in some show based in Mexico is going to America, but they're using of course, a place here, and they just need a lot of Americans. So they're asking anybody who's American to come be an extra. So
to be a tourist. You're gonna be at Catemaco, and they're gonna pull out some demon out of you. That's gonna be fun.
That would be freaking awesome. If they would do that to me, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
If I would get that opportunity to be like...
We're gonna get a new intro for the channel, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I would totally steal it. I would totally steal it, and then splash paint on me.
Yeah. I can fix that. Yeah, we don't
I can fix it with a little paint.
We don't have to wait until Diablero for that.
But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure any kind of thing that was shot on Netflix would be copyrighted, and I would not be able to ever use it for my own
It's
stuff.
gonna be fun. We hope that they give you the part. Yeah.
I'll just be like, "This is Josh, made famous by Netflix."
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. That could be my little intro video of anything. Like, I'm the Netflix guy. Oh, awesome! Crazy Ninja
Yeah.
Mouse, welcome. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're hoping that. So, well, guys, anything else before we leave?
I'm going to be posting on Patreon later today, so I'm going to post that link if you guys would like to check it out. I'm going to be updating all the stuff I'm doing right now with a live stream. Now, if you want to get to be able to watch that live stream later, not today actually, if you want to watch the live stream, that will be, I believe, tomorrow in the morning at 11 a.m. CST. That's Mexican CST, so I think Central D time is 12.
Yeah.
I'll be doing a live stream for my recruit patrons, which are $3 or higher. But I'll also be doing a post today with pictures and all that fun stuff. Pictures, diagrams, everything I've been up to and I'm going to be doing. And then I'll be talking about it live with doing question and answer. So if you have any questions about the stream, about the shows, that is when you can ask. And I will be here to talk about it, to talk all about that. What else? On Wednesday, if I'm not doing Netflix, then there will be a stream on Wednesday for Call of Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, please don't miss that. I am eager to see that one.
Well, that is Call of Cthulhu is from 2 to 6 p.m. CST, or CDT actually. So that'll be 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. CDT.
Yeah.
And shoot, what else?
Yeah, unfortunately I cannot play that because of the time and my job schedule. But yeah, please keep me updated with that one. Don't miss it out. The game.
The Dungeon Master is Mexican.
Yeah.
Yes, he's Mexican. His name's Hector. He's from Merida, and he is my Dungeon Master for 2 games on Wednesdays. So I'll be doing I'll be posting on Patreon a new poll for $1 patrons or higher to help choose the next miniatures that we'll be painting. I hope you can check it out. Go ahead and type that link for you if you'd like to check that Patreon. I just need 3 more Patreons before I start doing giveaways of miniatures. Once I get that, once I have 10 patrons, I'll start doing monthly giveaways. That's on top of the benefits that you get as a patron. So check that out.
It definitely worth it. Yeah.
Especially right now, because when there's not that many patrons, just 10 patrons, you have a high chance of getting an extra miniature.
Really worth it. For the Scylla miniatures that we're gonna get, perhaps the Atlantis miniatures that are coming up. Trust me, those giveaways really worth it.
www.patreon.com Winged Horizon. Now let's go ahead and raid somebody else that's going here today. Let's see who is live. Hyper RPG, Geek and Sundry, Lord Kasuma, Scraticus Pro. Let's go to Blue Lights Painting.
Okay.
He got 11 people. He's painting. So Blues Light Painting. We are going to raid him. Let him know that you are coming from our channel.
Yeah. Tell them that we're gonna send you. And I don't know. Perhaps they give you the thanks. They thank you for something.
Blues Light Painting. All right, here we go. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Did I do that correctly? I don't know if I did, because it's not working. It not doing anything. What the heck happened? Oh, I'm so good at this. See if I can do it again here. Blues Light Painting. Raid. I think I did it wrong. Blues Light Painting. There we go. All right. Okay. We are going to raid Blues Light Painting. He's another painter that I follow because I think he does a great job painting. And I hope you enjoy him too and enjoy our show. Okay. So let them know you're coming from Winged Horizon. Raid now. Bye, y'all.